Have you ever wondered why, even when you're always kind, some people still seem to hate you? Have you ever felt your good intentions were met with coldness and cruelty? Stoic philosophy offers an answer, not to blame them, but to set yourself free. Join me as we explore why this happens and how you can protect your heart. At the end of this video, I have a very special gift prepared, just for those who stick around until the very last second. There are nights you lie awake and ask yourself, why? Why does kindness breed such hostility? You've done everything right. You're kind, patient, and you give without expecting anything in return. Yet all you receive is bitterness and resentment. It feels like you're being punished just for being a good person. This isn't your imagination. This is a harsh truth about human nature that Stoicism saw thousands of years ago. And today we're going to peel back the layers of that truth together. 1. Your kindness is a mirror, and they don't like what they see. Imagine your kindness not as an action, but as a mirror. A bright, shining mirror placed in front of people who are trying to live in the shadows of their own making. When you are calm, they see their own chaos. When you are patient, they see their own impulsiveness and haste. When you are generous, they see their own selfishness and fear. You haven't done anything wrong. Your light has simply made their shadows impossible to hide. It exposes the wounds and flaws they've spent a lifetime bearing. As Marcus Aurelius once wrote, "The best revenge is not to be like the person who has harmed you. The hostility isn't about you, it's about the internal battle they're fighting." 2. Your kindness breaks their false self. Most of us live with a mask, a persona, or false self built from our fears and traumas. Some act tough to hide their weakness, while others act cynical to avoid being hurt. This mask is their shield. Then you appear. You don't need a mask at all. You live with authenticity, kindness, and compassion. Your presence, even unspoken, threatens their entire defense system. Because if you can be kind without being weak and patient without being passive, what does that say about them? What does it say about all the reasons they've used to justify their own bitterness? As Seneca said, people are not troubled by things, but by the view they take of them. Your kindness causes them pain, not because it's harmful, but because it forces them to confront the emptiness behind their mask. 3. Kindness is taken for granted, and ingratitude follows. There's another bitter truth. Your kindness can be seen as weakness by the ungrateful. They see your help as an entitlement. The saying, "biting the hand that feeds you," perfectly describes this type of person. They don't see your generosity. They only see a tool to be exploited. And when you stop helping, they'll turn to resentment. Your kindness has cultivated their dependency, and when you pull back, they feel abandoned and betrayed. They'll attack you to reassure themselves that you are the bad person, that you are the one to blame, to justify their own greed and ingratitude. This is when we must remember the wisdom of Marcus Aurelius. Live a good life. If there are gods and they are just, then they will not care how devout you have been, but will welcome you based on the virtues you have lived by. You act with virtue not for others' approval, but because it is your nature. 4. Kindness becomes a performance, and others can tell. And finally, there's a heartbreaking possibility we must face. Sometimes our kindness isn't truly authentic. It can be a performance driven by a need for love and validation. We give not from a place of abundance, but from a place of emptiness, hoping to get something in return. Others can feel this energy. They don't see kindness. They feel pressure. They don't feel loved. They feel manipulated. Epictetus said, "Don't seek for the admiration of the external, but for internal freedom." True kindness doesn't need validation. When you free your kindness from the need for approval, it becomes an unshakable strength. The power of Stoicism in the storm of life. When your kindness is met with hatred, it's impossible not to feel hurt. But Stoic philosophy doesn't encourage us to wallow in bitterness. Instead, it teaches us how to protect our inner kingdom. The advice from the Stoics isn't just a collection of quotes. It's a survival guide for the soul. 1. Accept and don't internalize. Power comes from discernment. When someone betrays your kindness, the natural reaction is to feel pain and seek revenge. But Stoicism teaches a core lesson. Don't let someone else's chaos become yours. Marcus Aurelius, the philosopher emperor, put this truth powerfully. The best revenge is not to be like the person who has harmed you. This advice isn't a call to passivity. It's an affirmation of your power over your own mind. Instead of getting caught in a cycle of resentment, you choose tranquility. You accept that their behavior comes from their own pain and deficiency, not from any fault of yours. When you stop internalizing their hostility, you take back control. You see clearly that they are projecting their shadow onto you, and that has nothing to do with your true worth. 2. Reevaluate your motives. Kindness for its own sake, not for a reward. There's a big difference between true kindness and performative kindness. True kindness comes from integrity and a full heart. Performative kindness is driven by an underlying motive, the hope of being loved, validated, or accepted. Epictetus made this distinction clear. Don't seek for the admiration of the external, but for internal freedom. Be honest with yourself. Is your kindness conditional? Do you give with a silent contract, expecting gratitude or reciprocation? If the answer is yes, others' rejection will become your pain. But when you give because it's who you are, because you can't be otherwise, you won't feel hurt when you receive nothing in return. Kindness becomes its own reward and you become free. 3. Set boundaries. Kindness is not weakness. Many people mistake kindness for being a doormat. They believe being kind means always saying yes, always helping, and always accepting everything. But the Stoics teach that authentic kindness must be paired with strength and discipline. Kindness isn't an unconditional sacrifice, it's a conscious choice. Marcus Aurelius lived by this principle. If it is not right, do not do it. If it is not true, do not speak it. Setting a boundary isn't a selfish or cruel act. It's an act of self-respect and self-responsibility. Clear boundaries protect your energy, teach others how to treat you, and prevent you from being a victim of exploitation. You can be kind to everyone, but you are not everyone's fixer. You have the right to say no without feeling guilty. 4. Maintain your integrity. Your honor is within you. Honor isn't a title given to you by others. It is a quality cultivated from within. When you act with integrity, you don't need to explain yourself to anyone. You don't need to seek approval or recognition. As Marcus Aurelius affirmed, live as if you were to die tomorrow, but live with a tranquil soul. Your kindness, when rooted in integrity, becomes an unshakable fortress. Others can mock you, they can project onto you, they can be ungrateful, but they cannot touch your essence. Your peace of mind won't be swayed because you have anchored it in the only thing you can control, yourself. That is the ultimate power and glory of a Stoic. Keep your head up, continue to be kind, and never forget that your greatest strength is your inner peace. If this message resonated with you, please like this video and subscribe to our channel to continue exploring the profound lessons of Stoicism. And as promised, your special gift is a small e-storybook that will help you maintain your inner tranquility. Click the link in the description or the comments to get it now. Thank you for listening.